Hello, and thanks for listening to JoJo's Bizarre Podcast.
Hi.
My name is Mark, and as usual, I am joined by Miles and Jackie.
Hello.
And this is a podcast joined by Miles and his new habit after watching this week's anime. The three of us used to do this podcast just about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and we will at some point later this year when there's more JoJo to watch and cover. So we already covered it all. It's in our back catalog. It's in a weird order, so good luck with that. So until JoJo's comes out, we're watching other stuff, and this week we're being little Johnny on the cutting edge, little of the moment podcast anime. I don't know how words go in order. We're talking about Chainsmoker Cat, or YaniNeko, as it is known in Japan. Episodes 1, 2, and 3 that just happened to be the latest episodes out. There were enough for us to do our format. But before we get into everything that happens in this show, and if we think it's too gross to watch, we should first take a look in Correspondence Corner. Just sweep away all the cigarette butts that are in there. And we got an email from Chad. Miles, can you read this email from Chad?
Yes, Mr. Bevelacqua. The subject line for this email from Chad is a surprisingly profound meditation on addiction and racism through the lens of cute cat girls and gross-out humor. Aloha, JJBPod Ohana. Let's take a look at some voice connections for Chainsmoker Cat. Aruko is voiced by, that's the alcohol cat, is voiced by Shiori Izawa, who also voices Pochita, the adorable chainsaw devil from Chainsaw Man. YaniNeko's landlord is voiced by Tetsu Inada, who also voiced Part 1 enemy Undead Knight Tarkus. Looking past the gross-out humor and base-level degeneracy of this show, it does seem to have a genuine goal of showing how people struggle with addiction, but also the presence and effect of racism. This was pointed out by one of the anime content creators I follow, but just across these first 3 episodes we see multiple characters faced with a spectrum of racism. The 2 most racist moments that stood out the most to me were when Yanni's little sister was walking with her classmates, and one of them said, "How come you don't talk like a cat girl? You can be yourself with us." And later when YaniNeko is filing her last name, rather than the staff waiting to check with her about her last name, they just assume something pretty unpleasant and dismiss the issue simply because she's a beast folk. I think I'll be watching the rest of this anime as it airs, and I'm curious to hear what you all thought. Hope everyone is doing well and staying safe. Mahalo, Chad. P.S. Even if the show itself is not to folks' taste, the opening alone should be recognized for being 100% movie references. Also, big props to the person that identified all of them in this video that was shared to the JJBPod Discord. And then there's a link. PPS, the voice actors of the landlord and YaniNeko went the extra mile and dressed up like their characters. And there's a picture of them, and they nailed it. YaniNeko is not an actual cat, but the landlord is incredibly spot on.
Yeah, apparently he shaved his head for this.
Oh.
Wow.
That's what it says.
Unbelievable. I only caught one movie reference, or I was only able to really nail down one.
I got about 9-ish.
9. Good for you.
Yeah, and then I had a bunch of false positives. Like I thought I saw Clockwork Orange. There's font in there, but thought I saw more Chinatown.
Okay. I need to watch this video after.
That wasn't there.
Oh, this video has been removed for violating YouTube's community guidelines.
There's an updated one in the Discord. Someone probably re-uploaded it.
Okay.
But yeah, people did really well because there's some stuff in there that's like 6 frames. It's like really short, but then you see the reference shot and you're like, that's right.
Yeah.
That is right.
All right, I'll talk about the one I found when we
What'd you find?
Start talking about the episode. Or do you want me to do it now?
Just say it now, I guess.
Okay. The one I saw was Fallen Angels, the Wong Kar Wai movie. It's the shot where
I recognized that and I was like, I know it's an Asian movie. I was like, it's probably Wong Kar Wai, so I thought maybe Chungking Express, but I've never seen Fallen Angels. Have you seen it?
I have, and I didn't like it that much.
I've heard, because the thing is I did not like Chungking Express nearly as much as In the Mood for Love. Or I liked one of the stories in Chungking and not the other, I think.
Yes, that's how I feel.
And then I read people being like, yeah, Fallen Angels feels like a weaker follow-up. So I was like, I don't know that we should bother at that point.
Yeah, it's not the best. Which chunking half did you like?
I don't remember enough.
Is it the one with Tony Leung or the one with not Tony Leung?
I don't remember. I barely remember that movie.
Okay.
Someone's a pilot or a flight attendant or something.
Yeah, Faye
Plane
Law.
is involved.
That's the one with Tony Leung.
Okay. I don't remember if I liked it more.
Okay.
Apparently Wong Kar Wai does not pre-plan a lot, and he just sort of figures it out when they show up. And the lead actress, I forget which movie, but there was some interview where she was like, it took me a long time to forgive him. Like, because it was apparently just so fucking frustrating to get there. And they're just like, what if we did this? Like, instead of just having a shot list and a setup list and just doing it.
Yeah, I think In the Mood for Love took like years to...
It's like 15 months or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it was the In the Mood for Love actress.
Yeah, you're thinking of Maggie Chung.
There you go. I didn't want to say Maggie Chung. I didn't want it to sound like I was just guessing. What were you going to say?
I think it came out well.
It did. That's the thing is like, once you do that, once you fuck around and then it's great, you're like, well, we just got to fuck around.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for writing, Chad. Thanks for those connections. Before we get into the anime still, we should tell you that there is a Patreon. If you go to patreon.com/JJBPod, you can support us starting as low as $1 a month. That gets you access to the Patreon feed, which has extra removed audio that, believe it or not, was taken out for length reasons from the main podcast feed. You get Miles's jazz recommendations. Miles loves jazz. Some people say Miles's very existence is like jazz, in that nobody under the age of 70 wants anything to do with him. And there's some other stuff on there. There's some other video content, extra audio content on the Patreon feed. For $3 a month, you get access to the same feed, and we will say thank you on the podcast recording. And we'll use your username, whatever your username is on Patreon, we'll do it. So that'll happen in a second, because lastly, I want to tell you that if you go to patreon.com/JJBPod, we are kind of auctioning. No, we're not auctioning. We are providing a service where we will watch 3 episodes of an anime of your choice. You just pledge at the $15 level for 1 month and turn it off and tell us what anime to watch. And we'll do a podcast episode about 3 episodes of this anime. We've seen a lot of really cool stuff out of that. And we've seen some stuff we don't really like. And then we awkwardly have to figure out how to not just go, I hated it. So if you want to make us sweat or, feel rewarded, you can do it there. Let's say thank you to our $3 and above patrons. I have Charles Billy Sugar.
Me too.
Okay, let's do Miles, then Jackie, then Mark.
Okay. So thank you, Charles Foster Kane.
Billy.
Sugar Teeth.
Leah.
Koichi, whom I hate.
Gen X Anime Dad, Shadow Pabs.
Josh.
I love JoJo, Uwu.
Kasun.
Jumbo.
Katie Cat.
Bloof.
Kenny.
Eileen.
The Stand User, formerly known as Austin.
Tim.
Ren.
And Chad.
Chad.
Very good. Thanks, everybody.
Great stuff.
What? Thanks, everybody. That's just to the list, to the Patreon supporters, not to Miles and Jackie. They have to do this.
Okay.
Yeah, Chainsmoker Cat has gone like a little viral on Western internet. It is a current anime, so it's part of the summer 2026 season. There's been like 1 or 2 headlines where people were like, Japanese anime fans are dropping Chainsmoker Cat because it is too disgusting. And that is just not true. It's unsubstantiated. It's like any other market where some people are like, it's too nasty.
Yeah.
I've seen 1 or 2 videos where people have theorized that Japanese people don't like looking at poverty, because there have been 1 or 2 examples, but that also seems unfounded. A lot of comments on these videos I've seen are people being like, no, we like it. Maybe you're just seeing people joke.
Yeah, I feel like the show. If you're going to drop it, you're going to do it within the first like 5 minutes. The first 5 minutes are like pretty gross.
Yeah, I think that's the idea, is that they're just being like, they don't want to watch it, you know?
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't mean to suggest that we're like halfway through the season and they dropped it because of a particular moment. It's just...
They probably watched like the first episode and they're like, ew.
Yeah, which is fair. And it's been around for a few years. It's won a few top 20 of the year manga awards, so it's pretty popular. It's not like massively number one popular, but it's there. By the way, it is not the only smoking themed anime from this season. There's also Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You, is the third most logged anime on myanimelist.net.
Is smoking back?
Not really.
Okay.
I did look up some smoking statistics, which I'll get into.
There's a Forbes article from June 2025 that says why smoking is making a comeback.
It's probably bullshit. Probably like when they're like, New York has a spiking crime rate, and it's like overall down, but there was like a monthly spike. I don't know. The studio here is Bibury or Bibury. I didn't look at the Kana Animation Studios. They did Witch Watch last year, and they're doing something now. I think it's like come out in the same season called like 100 Girlfriends. I don't know the full title, but it's apparently also kind of envelope pushing.
Is that too many girlfriends?
I don't know. It sounds like the right amount to me. 100 Girlfriends. And this was originally like a web comic, and then it got picked up by Weekly Young Magazine, which is a seinen market magazine. They also do kaiji, which we've watched. And this is not a single artist or author. This is a collective called, get ready, Nyan Nyan Factory.
Okay.
Nyan Nyan is meow meow in Japanese.
It does feel very vignette-y.
Yeah, it's apparently not a 4-panel comic. Maybe it started as 4-panel and now it's a traditional layout. And also other anime of the current season include Tanya the Evil finally came back. So there's part 2 of Tanya the Evil, and the Ghost in the Shell reboot from Science Saru. The lighter toned Ghost in the Shell reboot, which I think we should watch.
I know you can't wait to watch that.
I'd like to watch it.
Me too.
Before we get into this, what is everyone's experience with smoking on the podcast?
Smoking
Jackie?
on the podcast.
Yeah. Sorry. What is everyone on the podcast's experience with smoking?
I've never smoked.
Did you have friends who smoked?
Yeah.
How did you feel about this?
I didn't care.
You weren't like, it smells bad, my lungs hurt.
I didn't. As long as you don't smoke in my face.
Okay.
I can hang out with you outside if you're smoking.
If outside, so in a car, you're like...
But in a car with the windows down.
Okay. I think I'm the same way.
Just I don't need to really be smelling it, you know?
Yeah.
I don't want it on my clothes and stuff. But I have had it on my clothes just from being around people and stuff like that. Yeah, that's it. That's all I say.
Did you have family who smoke?
Oh yeah. It's bad for them.
It doesn't work, right? Yeah, like my big smoker family member is surprisingly dead.
My aunt is really addicted to smoking and cigarettes, and she has been for, I don't know, since she was
forever.
Like in her 20s maybe, or a teenager. And I don't know how many packs a day, but it's like multiple packs a day.
Really?
But not anymore, because my mom now controls it.
Yeah. Because I've seen her go out smoking, and it's not as often as I would imagine. You'd have to really put those numbers up.
My mom budgets her, because she lives with my mom, and my mom takes care of her. And my mom budgets her smoking. I think if it was up to my mom, she would quit, but like she has to.
They don't even make like...
It's hard for someone to quit if they don't want to quit, you know? So my mom just budgets it so that she has, I think it's like 1 cigarette an hour, but she would have more than that if she could.
It's also like, even people who have gone to rehab for like opiates, like to those people, they're like, you can't drink either because that starts a snowball. But I think they're like, whatever, smoke. They're like, fuck it. Like, it's too addictive. That it's just like a thing people are used to doing with their hands in their mouth.
does seem really addictive.
Yeah.
It's one of the most addictive, I think.
Well, that was a crazy thing that they say in the first episode. They say it's like after 30 minutes or so, it's like you you start to feel withdrawal after 30 minutes or something, which is like, damn, then you really got to be smoking like one after the other, to not not feel withdrawal.
I was wondering, is that true if you're just like a light smoker, like a few cigarettes a day, or is it withdrawal period after 30 minutes? Because in which case it's like, oh, so now you just feel shitty unless you're basically chain smoking. Not that all of us don't have ups and downs throughout our day of energy levels, Like I feel like shit intermittently.
Yeah. I mean, I've definitely known people who they'll only smoke a cigarette like when they're drinking, or, it's kind of like they're like casual smokers, I guess.
There was
they'll bum a cigarette from someone every once in a while at like a concert or something.
There was a social media post. I don't know if it was in our Discord. I think it was maybe in our Discord. And it was like, what cigarettes don't count? And it was like, if you're drunk. And then one was like, if you're in France.
Okay.
I don't think anyone said after sex, but that used to be such a cliche,
that's a
right?
trope, yeah.
In movies and TV and stuff, it would be two people lying in bed smoking a cigarette. There were one or two situations where I was like, hey, that's not, that totally counts. What are you talking about? Because it was like smoking a cigarette in Europe, and it was like France, Italy, Germany, etc. I was like, well, how many countries are you allowed to smoke in? Miles, you smoke? I haven't noticed.
I've smoked like cigars on occasion at a wedding.
Okay.
Other celebratory occasions.
How was that?
It was okay. I'm not addicted. I generally dislike cigarettes a lot.
That's fine.
Like,
I think that's a reasonable take.
Smoke. I didn't like that. I wouldn't let anyone smoke in my car.
Yeah, I would let people smoke in my car with the windows down.
No, I'll let you smoke in your own car, not in my car.
Yeah, not my car.
I found that the smell didn't stick around if they really were like polite and they kept it to the window. It was fine.
Yeah.
Also, I would spray people with Ozium. That eats odors.
Oh. We had a friend who smoked a lot, and I always worried that my mom would think that I was smoking in high school.
Yes, because my clothes would smell like smoke. I have a question about that friend, Miles. What happened after he did all that smoking?
He got into worse stuff and died.
He died. Yeah. Everyone we know who smoked big is dead. So let that be a lesson to you, people.
That's true. My grandfather died when my dad was a teen of emphysema, I think.
Oof,
oh, wow.
That's rough.
And then my grandmother kept dating smokers who would go on to die.
Ah.
Huh. Yeah,
like, I remember there was
no
one,
joke either.
We called him Tito Johnny or something, and his car, like the inside of his car, I remember was like yellow from smoke. It was disgusting.
I don't, because like there's like a bunch of like overuse of like nicotine patches, smoking 5 cigarettes in this show. I don't know how my dad would feel to say this, but again, like under the guise of like smoking is bad, addiction is really bad. My dad says that he remembers seeing my grandfather smoking a cigarette while wearing a nicotine patch. And I asked him about that recently. I was like, is that true? The granddad? He's like, yeah. He's like, towards the end. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, one of the last times I saw him before he passed away, I remember seeing him smoke with a nicotine patch on. I was like, oh, boy, you really shouldn't do that.
What does that do for you?
It gives you too much fucking nicotine.
Yeah.
Yeah, bad.
So how does a nicotine patch work? Is it just so that you're not getting smoke in your lungs, or just getting a little, like enough nicotine to not withdraw? Is that the thing?
I think it's a mixture of that you aren't breathing in the carcinogens, but also by having it like measured out like that, you can wean yourself off more easily.
Yeah.
Maybe. Miles, what do you think?
I think that's it.
That makes sense.
There's
but if you're doubling up, then it's like you're smoking like a cigarette and a half or something.
Yeah, I don't know how
with the extra nicotine.
It's not good.
Yeah.
I'm also not crazy about vaping, but it's definitely not nearly as bad as cigarettes.
So I looked up vaping because I was curious based on statistics and what I know of Japanese culture. which is that they do smoke more in Japan than we do in the US, but not by as much as you think. I think there's a lot of parts of the US where people are still smoking big time. But nicotine vaping, it's illegal to sell nicotine vape.
Oh, really?
Like cartridges
in Japan? Okay.
Yeah. So like vaping is legal, but only if you're vaping, I don't know what, flavored mist? Like some bullshit. So it's like weird that you could buy cigarettes that are worse for you, but nicotine cartridges are still illegal. I saw a Reddit thread where someone was like, hey, how can I get nicotine vape in Japan? But sorry, I did not read it. I do not have the answers on what that dumbass ended up doing. Yeah, I think the numbers are way down on Japan smoking though, as they are in many, many other places. I think it's about 12 point something % of adults smoke at least one tobacco product a month in Japan. But interestingly, it's about 1 in 4 men smoke regularly in Japan. Women were 6%. So it's mostly a dude thing.
Okay. In the US, is it like that too? Is it mostly a guy thing?
I don't know.
Probably. I feel like I'd know more older men that smoke and fewer well, like I think my age, I know women who smoke, but older, maybe it's a generational thing because I only know one older woman who smokes. It's mostly men, but then like of our generation, I feel like it's probably equal.
Yeah, my mechanic still smokes, and sometimes when I see him, I want to be like, "Hey man, aren't you like 70?"
If you're 70, who gives a shit?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I had my great uncle, he's dead, but they used to tell him, like his doctor was like, you got to stop smoking, you got to stop drinking. He did both of those things a lot. Good guy, funny guy, but really addicted to stuff. And he was like, I'm old. I don't want to spend I'm going to spend the last years of my life like unhappy because I can't drink or smoke. He's like, no, if I die earlier, fuck it. Like that was his attitude. Like, okay, I guess you're already an addict, so you give up.
Yeah.
Like, this is what makes me happy.
I guess you'll suffer if you get lung cancer, though. That's not a good way to go.
Yeah. If you're already dying of something else, maybe it's okay. But
right.
I would not want to get cancer or I'm sure emphysema sucks.
There's the canceled comedian Louis C.K. bit where he's like, anyone over a certain age should just be allowed to do heroin.
Yeah.
What is it going to ruin your career?
Yeah, it's really hard to figure out statistics to compare countries because they use different metrics to decide who is a smoker, right? How often do you have to do it? Because this CDC report from a few years ago, 2022, says that 1 in 5, almost 20% of U.S. adults report current tobacco product use.
Yes. I've noticed people at bars doing those stupid, it's almost like nicotine.
Not Zins. Are you talking about Zins or are you talking about like actual chew?
Yes, Zin.
Yeah, Zins are pretty popular. It's a little thing you put in between your gum and your cheek.
That doesn't seem as objectionable to me either.
What is that? What does that do?
It's tobacco.
Okay.
It goes into the thin skin of your cheek and jaw and stuff, and so it just gets absorbed into the bloodstream there.
Yeah.
People have been doing that forever, but chewing tobacco also gives you mouth cancer and shit. I don't know. I'm sure Zins probably have that same risk. Maybe they've changed the formula.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I wonder, they probably all still have the reasons why cigarettes are bad, but maybe not as much. I'm guessing vaping and because this first episode I feel is really it could be a dare ad or something. That's dare, I guess, is drugs, but it's could be a PSA on why you shouldn't do it.
And it does have facts. It tells you, it stops and tells you about the withdrawal and stuff.
Addicted. You see that people point out that she smells, that her teeth are yellow. It's expensive. She's already broke and she just needs more. It's you could be spending that money on something else.
Snowboarding.
You could pay your rent, get some food.
Pay your rent, yeah.
Pay your rent, get your food. I don't know what other bills she had. It looks like she's behind on stuff, and like she's trying to stretch, like, I don't know, I forget how much it was, like $20 or something over a couple of days. It was something like that. And it's
she needed to survive on like 70 cents a day.
But then it's
ridiculous.
like, yeah, and then it's like, okay, well, but you also need to get your pack of cigarettes. It's like, and they also don't talk about, because this is something that I didn't learn until much later, but cigarettes age you like crazy, and I didn't know that, but I feel like if more women knew that, we would not. Less women would smoke.
Yeah,
like, I feel like you don't really learn that. But when
you smoke meat or cheese, it gets all, the texture and stuff changes.
Delicious.
Yeah, like extra wrinkly and old. Like, and your teeth are yellow. You're just like a gross person if you smoke a lot.
Yeah,
Ew.
Except our listeners. If any of our listeners smoke a lot.
Yeah, sorry if you smoke.
You look cool when you do it.
But it's just like this. Like the first episode, I feel like it's also just sad. It's also just like that first episode just made me sad. I was like, it's kind of it's kind of funny, but it's also just like sad. That she's like addicted to something and like poor and like spending money on it and then just like hurting herself because it's bad for you in so many ways.
Yeah.
So it's just sad. And I was like, this person is disgusting. Like, she has big boobs, but like you couldn't pay me to be with someone like that. Sorry.
She should just start an OnlyNyans,
Yeah. Then you don't have to smell her.
You don't have to smell her, and well, I was going to say.
Or look at her teeth.
Yeah, then she'd buy too many cigarettes, now that I think about it. She'd probably overdo it. Look like that one meme of the spy from Team Fortress 2.
Yeah.
Shout out to people who were on the internet 25 fucking years ago or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't find this show sad.
I thought the first episode was sad. I thought the first episode was sad, and I was like, I hope she tries to not be addicted. That would be interesting if she tries to get rehabilitated. But so far it seems like that's not what this show is.
Yeah.
It seems like it's just a disgusting comedy that's like, to me, it's kind of sad because she's poor and there's like not, and disgusting and addicted.
I feel like she
has friends at least.
She has friends, but also it feels like her sister and her family might be doing okay. It feels like she might just be too proud to beg. And she's also just like too addicted and focused on quick, solutions and being lazy. Well, that's not really what happens in real life.
Impulsive.
It feels like if she was like to make amends with her family and stuff, she could probably get like a much better like foot planted on the ground. So there's like, I don't know.
Maybe they don't want to give her money because she'll just buy extra cigarettes.
Yeah, they'd have to set some rules and stuff. I mean, I personally would love a dynamic show where it could still be gross, but after like, if like one season she stopped smoking, but then she was into something else that was really stupid. Like she still sucked at holding a job down or whatever.
I think if it didn't have the disgusting gags, it would be like a very sad, like mumblecore indie drama of someone who's just like at rock bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I saw a comment on a YouTube video as well from like the Japanese people saying like, no, we do like it and we don't mind serious issues. Someone said like serious issues usually turn into dramas. They usually do not put serious issues in anime. I don't think this show, not to jump the gun too much, but based on like what Chad was saying is like, I don't think this show is particularly introspective or revealing about like society's ills, but it is rare for a show to touch on these themes at all. I feel like it's mining them more for like black humor, like dark humor, which I do love. And I think that probably a big source of its humor and like maybe it has a die-hard fan base is like people who are like, I have poked around the corners of my room looking for the longest cigarette butts because I was out of cash and I remember those days and that kind of a thing, that it's like, man, remember hard living like that or whatever.
None of us are like smokers. None of us are smokers. So we don't know. But I was wondering like, because people can like bum cigarettes. Like, can't you just like go somewhere where there's someone like outside and ask like, hey, can I have a cigarette? And if you did that all day,
Yeah, but like how often can you do that before you're just the mooch? I'm sure there's someone who's a mooch.
Yeah.
But I think if you do that too often, they're just going to be like...
You just go to different places. Just walk around town looking for your next cigarette.
You're like a nomad?
Yeah.
After a while, there's not that many places in town you could do that, Jackie.
Yeah, I guess.
Like 4 different spots, and then they're like,
you go to different comedy clubs and different, like whatever, those kind of like nightlife stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe
that's a different show. It's Cigarette Ronin.
Cigarette Ronin,
wandering the earth, bumming cigs.
Yani, by the way, I think may mean tar, and it might just be slang for smoking. So she's YaniNeko.
Should I go through the episode?
Yeah, we could do that.
I mean, like it's very like 4-panel gaggy. I don't think I wrote down all the gags. But there's a girl, she has an apartment. She's a cat.
Her apartment is disgusting. Run down.
She's on her balcony smoking, and there's a guy downstairs sweeping, and it's her landlord. He's a bald guy. And she dumps her cigarettes on him.
Her like cigarette juice. It's nasty.
That is
and
nasty.
then I guess she stops and she starts undressing in her room, and he goes upstairs to yell at her, and then he has a boner and he leaves.
Because he sees her side tit, and by the way, her tit makes a noise like a large water balloon is being jumbled around.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's like liquid sloshing. It's really over the top.
She's not human, so she could just have a bag of liquid.
Oh yeah, they don't have like fat and muscle and tissue. It's just water.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do I know about cats? Well, let's see. They have 8 nipples filled with water. You're right. Yeah, and it's funny because she's like gonna lift her shirt over her head, and the landlord like comes in to yell at her, and it's awkward. But then she just keeps her hands in the same spot, so her side boob is just exposed the whole time. And,
she just like stays there frozen with her boob back. Like normally, somebody walks in while you're changing, you would quickly put your shirt down, but she doesn't do that. So he just is staring at her boobs.
Yeah, and he leaves, and we see like a big boner in his pants, and they use that in the intro for. There's like 4 shots that are Fight Club references towards the end. And there's one where it shows him like glaring at the camera the way Tyler Durden does when like we first see the film stock shutter in Fight Club when he's saying, "You are not your fucking khakis," I think. But then there's a subliminal insert shot of his boner, which is what they do towards the end of Fight Club, is they insert a shot of Tyler Durden's dick. So there's a bunch of really fun references there.
Then he goes home and jerks it.
Yeah, I think some people found that distasteful. I think it's supposed to be. But I really love that he's like, "Stupid fucking cat," like while beating off. It's a funny thing to do.
It is. It's gross. It's like all of it is kind of just like crude, gross.
Like I'm mad at her, but
funny.
She's got such great tits.
And she's out of cigarettes, so she tries to find the longest cigarette butt she can. And it's kind of gross looking because I think it was like in a pile of garbage. It was in her
garbage bag, yeah.
Yeah. And it gives her diarrhea.
Yeah.
Which I guess could happen. I didn't know you could get, I guess it makes sense.
I don't know if it's from that necessarily.
I think it makes sense you could get like food poisoning, basically.
Cigarette smoking does make you shit.
Okay.
I've heard like one of the best feelings in the world is like taking a morning shit while smoking a cigarette. That's what I've heard.
Oh,
okay.
I gotta try this.
We gotta try it. Let's just do morning cigarettes, guys.
No, disgusting.
Coffee's so bad for you.
New pack. All right, so she kind of talks about how like when you can get a new pack and then you take out 5 and then you have space to put in your lighter.
Yeah, this is, by the way,
in the pack.
I remember smokers I knew did this thing where they would say that like one of their cigarettes was lucky and they would take it out and they would flip it upside down and put it back in the pack.
I vaguely remember this too.
Do you remember? Because like when they explained it to me, I was like, I don't understand. Are you saying one of the cigarettes comes like that? Like the manufacturer does that? They were like, no, you do it.
You make it lucky.
But I was like, but you're just doing it? That's like if you left pennies around your house and some were face up and some were face down. Like just keep the fucking pennies.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And so she takes out 5, she puts in her lighter, and then she smokes 5 at once somehow.
Because she wants to do the thing where you fit the lighter in.
Yeah.
It really shows the lack of like long-term thinking here.
Yeah. Her cigarette falls on a turd in the sidewalk. Actually, a bunch of them do.
A bunch of them do.
Like she bought this new pack, and then it might have been the ones that were in her mouth fell out or something. No, it was the whole pack.
I think this was a new pack. I think it's like sort of jumping around in time.
Yeah.
And it falls.
Like, no, don't pick them up. No.
Yeah. And so she at first is like, I'll just pick up the ones that didn't touch the poop.
No.
And then she's walking away, and then she's like, I'll just cut off the tips. And then she just didn't. And she takes.
This made me want to die.
Ones. Yeah.
It's nasty.
Well, it's kind of like that's how addicted she is, you know? And it's an expensive thing. You know, you spend all this money on something and you're broke.
I wonder how
and then you can't use half of them.
I wonder how expensive cigarettes are in Japan, because we kept adding like excise tax on our cigarettes. Like cigarettes in America now are like dumb expensive. Do you guys want to guess how much a pack of cigarettes are? I'm just going to look up like price.
Like a pack of what?
I'm going to say Marlboro Reds.
But like a small pack. Like a pack of...
There's only one pack size, I think.
How many are normally in a pack? 10?
I couldn't tell you. Not 10, more than that.
20?
I think like 12. How do we not know this? We're such squares.
Yeah, I was telling Mark, I was like, we should have a smoker as a guest on the show. But then I couldn't say how disgusting smoking is.
Most standard packs contain 20 cigarettes.
There you go.
Okay, so $40.
I think $40.
$40?
$50.
No.
$50.
I think I'm going to guess 12.
It is $15 around us.
What? Really? Okay.
Yeah.
In New Jersey?
Yes. Well, that's cheap.
Okay.
I don't think that's that much. It's like a dollar, a little bit more than $1 per cigarette.
I just remember it kept going up and up and up.
It's about the same in Chicago.
Apparently, the cigarette smoking is like, I forget what study I was looking at. It may have been a Washington Post article, actually, where they mapped it, but they didn't have some countries didn't give data, like France didn't have it. And you're like, oh, come on, what's the France smoking data? Serbia was number one in terms of, they did cigarettes per person per year. So it was like averaged out. Serbia was bad, and then it was like Poland, Russia is really bad. They do like, I think Serbia was the worst technically, but yeah, Serbia and the Eastern European countries do like 2,000 cigarettes per person a year. And so Russia is thinking about adding the type of taxes and laws and like of banning advertisements and stuff that we did in the US. But Japan is way down. They're just still a little bit more than us, or at least in the cosmopolitan blue state areas, they're still way ahead of us. Yeah.
Dang.
If you guys were to recommend I start with a certain brand of cigarette, though, what cigarette should I start smoking?
I don't know.
We don't know enough.
Newports? I think I'll start with Newports.
Menthol.
I think Newports are menthols.
Menthols. Because they're minty.
Anyway, how much do these cost?
Is that good? Is it good that it's minty?
I don't know.
You know what I like? Gum.
Yeah, right?
Chewing gum.
I actually am addicted to gum, and I do buy a big pack of 5 gum.
How much is that?
Peppermint flavor.
$15.
How much is that? It's there's so much gum tax now. It's so unfair. Let's see. 5 gum. Oh, right. Yeah, peppermint, but they call it cobalt.
So stupid.
Oh my God. It's fucking $16.
No, it's not.
It is, but that's for 150 pieces of gum.
Okay.
It's 10 packs of 15 pieces. So.
Okay.
Pretty good.
That is pretty good.
Yeah, the problem with 5 gum, though, is that it does have 5 calories. I didn't know that's what the number meant. But it lasts so much longer than the other brands.
5 calories isn't that bad.
It's not.
It's a little snack.
It's not. It's really, yeah.
If you were intermittent fasting, I guess you couldn't have 5 gum, but otherwise it's fine.
Yeah. I like the text exchange with her sister. They didn't translate the text.
Well, first she goes to a temp job, and there's no smoking on the job, and so she has to not smoke. And so after 30 minutes, there's withdrawal symptoms. it said like after 6 to 8 hours, carbon dioxide in the blood reaches normal levels. I don't know what that means. Does that mean it's out of your system after 8 hours?
I guess there used to be more CO2 in your blood. I don't know.
So she leaves a few minutes early to go smoking. The fact that it's like 30 minutes you get withdrawal symptoms, it's like you gotta feel like you are like strong and you can get past that, or you just gotta be smoking every 20 minutes or whatever to not get withdrawal. She's smoking in a house while polishing a vase. I think that was another little job of hers. She was polishing a vase, but then she ends up like using it as an ashtray.
Yeah. And the woman remarks that it is worse than when she hired her, but she just leaves.
And then she has to live off 28 yen and 1 cigarette a day, which is
okay.
Definitely hard for her. Yeah.
Yens have been equivalent to cents.
For 6 days.
So she must just go hungry sometimes in favor of, because she's not addicted to like food, I guess.
Yeah. And she finds 1,000 yen where? In her room somewhere?
Yeah.
She finds 1,000 yen and buys 2 packs of cigarettes and has 10 yen left. So that's even worse than when she started, but she has her 2 packs of cigarettes. And this is when she calls her sister.
Yeah, her sister, who, again, she's in like a normal house. I don't know how good or bad the family is doing. But her sister seems to have like lost touch with her because she's just so hopelessly addicted to cigarettes and lives in like a flop house.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, yeah, I want to come over, but is it still really gross over there?
Yeah, she wants a picture for proof.
By the way, I know that we decided $15 wasn't that bad in America, but it's the equivalent in Japan is, well, that's AI bullshit. But let me just double check. Nope, it's about correct. It's about $3 to $5 for a pack in Japan.
Oh wow!
Oh, that's so you can't afford not to do it.
What a deal!
Okay, that makes it maybe not as bad watching this show, because I thought she was like, like spending $15 to get a pack of cigarettes when she can barely afford like food and stuff.
Wait a minute, Mevius is a real brand of cigarette in Japan. Is this product placement in Chainsmoker Cat? That's crazy.
Did this show? Does this make you want to smoke, Mark?
Really speaking, no.
Oh.
But part of me is like, hey, there's got to be a reason everyone loves doing it. I didn't realize till recently, as a perpetually tired person, I didn't really realize that smoking is a stimulant. Yeah. Because whenever you see people talking about cigarettes, they're like really nervous and on edge about not having their fix. And then they smoke and they're like, So I thought it was a depressant. But now knowing that it's like, I don't know, what's it like having a cup of coffee or something?
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Yeah. I think I'm addicted to coffee, or at least I have like a dependency on it now.
I definitely have a dependency, but how many cups do you have in a day?
2 at most.
You're fine.
Yeah, that's normal.
Okay.
You fucking pussy.
But if I don't have it, then I feel bad.
No, yeah, I have that even with 1 or 2 cups, for sure.
If you wanted to, you could wean off it. Like you just have a little
I'd have a headache and I'd feel like shit.
No, you have a little bit less a day and you wouldn't have as really a headache if you just have a little bit less a day.
I don't want to though.
Yeah, that's the thing. Nobody really wants to, because it's not that bad for you. It could be a little good for you.
But it's a little good for you. It helps.
It's not that bad for you.
Gets the juices flowing, gets the bowels moving, all that good stuff.
Let's see. Wow. The lead voice actor of YaniNeko bought cigarettes as research.
Oh
no.
Yeah, I feel like you got to. If you work on this, like, and you don't smoke, like, you kind of got to take it up.
You really want to get inside the head of this character.
Yeah, you gotta really understand it.
I think this is one of the only landlords in media that I've felt bad for.
Yeah.
But I'm also like, why haven't you evicted this person yet? Like, you must maybe have really good tenant laws in Japan or something.
They could have that, or he's just like horny every time he goes to think about.
Because she's destroying the apartment. She treats you like shit.
I love in episode 3, I think, where she's just actively intentionally dumping shit on his bald head.
Yeah.
That was very funny. By the way, sorry, in just like sort of taking a tangent to look at this actress buying cigarettes, I forgot that I learned that Makoto Shinkai, the director of Your Name and other very popular like emotional drama anime films, he said that YaniNeko is incredibly fun. So
I think that's true.
And the animation is good. Apparently, fans of the comic were surprised at how well animated it was. They expected something much more middle of the road.
It certainly doesn't need to be for what it is.
Yeah, they could have just kept it much more mild. But I do love when she's like, I think it's episode 1 where she takes a bunch of nicotine patches and then she's like, whoa, and she's like tripping out and her head is like wobbly and floating in space. I enjoyed that.
Me too.
But yeah, there's a lot of fart and shit and puke jokes. I really appreciate that whenever puke is depicted, it's like rainbow colors.
Yes, that's important.
It is very nice of them to do that. There's definitely some jokes that get lost in translation. Is it episode 2? Maybe she's only like barely mentioned in episode 2, but they bring in the Kansai cat who has the booby window sweater.
Oh, yeah.
The American one?
She's not American.
Or Western, whatever she is.
Western, yeah. Western Japan,
She's like
Kansai.
Trying to get off all these puns that I don't understand.
So it's like they translate it as though she's trying to get a laugh, which maybe she is, but I also know that she seems to be trying to do the 2-person comedy routine from Kansai. I forget the name of it. But she does do like the hand motion, and I think she does say like "nande yanen," which is the like, "Hey, what the heck?" like phrase that's from like the bokeh and tsukomi Kansai comedy format. They have the same thing happen in Azumanga Daioh, where Tomo is like, "Oh, we have an Osaka girl coming. I have to figure out how to get her to do a nandeanen or something." So I don't know if she's just trying to get a laugh or if she's trying to get her to be the tsukomi to her bokeh or vice versa. But yeah, in 2 or 3, she just tries to hit a bunch of puns and they can't make it work in English. They just don't do it. Everything rhymes, like the puns all work in Japanese, but they're corny. But in English, they're just like, yeah, man, I don't know, fuck it. But I like her character. I respect someone who is addicted to bad jokes. That's a vice I can get behind. And I like that she gets responsibility and tries to turn it into, can we fart into the megaphone?
Yeah.
And I'm a little ashamed how hard
that.
I was laughing at that part of the show.
Oh. I was like, this is horrible.
It just felt like being a teenager or a college kid again, though. I was
Yeah.
totally relating to that aspect of it.
So she calls for her little sister. Her sister wants a picture, so she's gonna like clean up her room a little bit to like to be able to take a picture. But she ends up throwing up rainbows, and then feels like she needs to smoke. Just supposed to be funny.
I don't remember this chain of
Because
events.
she's trying to like clean up for her sister so she can take, because her sister's like, I'm not going to come over unless I see a picture of your room. And so she tries to tidy up and then she just like throws up. And then she tells her sister on the phone, like they're talking, and she tells her that it's been 3 days since she's smoked. And then she pulls out a cigarette like while on the call.
Yeah, she hears the lighter, right?
Yeah.
Yes. This is like a repeated gag where she's like, I'm
gonna quit.
And she's like smoking as she does it.
Which is also really true if you have known smokers in your life.
Yeah.
Who are like, I'm quitting soon. And then they light a cigarette and you're like, why don't you just quit now? And they're like, no, tomorrow. They're like, I'm going to finish this pack and then I'm going to quit. And
It's like walking into a barber and going, I'm growing my hair out.
Yeah. I had a coworker, I think I told this on the pod, where he was like, dude, I have to stop smoking. If you see me with a cigarette, take it away from me. And I was like, okay. And then I tried it and he was like, dude, stop. Like he was like really like annoyed and pissed off when I tried. And I was just like, all right, well, I look like the asshole. I'm not going to actually fucking smack it out of your mouth, but
Yeah.
can't ask me for help anymore, man. Because then you feel bad being like, oh, I just smacked
Yeah.
75 cents or whatever it would break down to out of someone's mouth.
Yeah.
That's what it is. We got to move to Japan so I can smack cigarettes out of people's mouths. And I'd be like, what was that? 10 cents?
Yeah.
Chill out.
I don't know. At some point, they like focus on her ugly yellow teeth and her bad breath. Her bad breath hits the guy who lives below her, and it reminds him of his deadbeat father.
Well, that's the landlord.
The landlord. Yeah, but it reminds him of his deadbeat father.
It's kind of messed up.
I
thought he was going to like rage out on her, but he doesn't.
The sister comes, and her and the landlord both tell her that she smells really bad. And she hates showering, and she's smoking while she's like taking a bath.
I love that she finishes taking the bath and goes like, nothing beats a cigarette after a bath. But I was like, but you smoked the whole time. I don't know if that was the intentional joke, but I thought it was funny.
And then there's just like a pile of cigarettes like in the bathroom. I don't know, man. Like, throw them away. Don't just throw them in the corner.
Yeah, this is someone whose life is like just not steady at all. Shit is just falling apart.
Yeah. And then she gets sick and she has a cough, and so she can't smoke because they don't taste good for her, which I didn't know could be a thing, but I guess that makes sense. They probably taste different if you're
can't smell.
If you can't see, if you're
that's
sick.
true. That's true of food. But then she buys menthols to see if that would make them like more tolerable.
What if there were like medicated cigarettes? Like they're like made out of whatever's in cough drops or whatever.
They should.
No, there's no way. They gotta just fuck your throat up more.
And then someone in a hazmat suit comes to her room, but it's her sister, and her sister just wants to take care of her while she's sick, and she makes porridge for her, and then she trips. And Yanni catches the bowl of porridge, but her sister's mask falls off, and she smells the room and just starts puking because it's cigarette smoke and everything's gross. And then they show like a kind of a flashback of when she went to buy the hazmat suit in a store, and I'm like, can you just buy a hazmat suit in a store?
I was wondering that too.
I don't think you can. I don't know where you would have to buy it online. I don't know where you could go to get it.
Maybe in Japan you can. They're big into mask culture.
I feel like it'd have to be a specialty like medical store.
Nah,
medical
just if
supplies.
you have the flu, everyone buys a hazmat suit to protect their fellow citizen.
Okay.
Yeah, from Home Depot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, maybe Home Depot would have. Yeah, so she's in the sisters. It's like a flashback. She's in the store talking to some friends of Yanni. I don't know. I don't remember what they said or anything.
I don't remember how this scene went either, but I
Yeah.
do remember wondering if you could just buy it off a fucking shelf.
Yeah. She goes to the doctor. Yanni goes to the doctor, and the doctor tells her she's going to die.
And it's a dream.
And it's a dream. And then she tells her sister that she's going to quit smoking. She's going to quit. And I wrote down good because this was depressing. I was like, hopefully she quits. Because I believed it for, this is the first episode. I'm like, maybe that's what this show is about. I didn't know what the show was about. I'm like, maybe the show is about her trying to quit. But then she just lights one up while looking at the stars with her sister. Like immediately. And that's episode 1.
I have a note at the end here I don't quite get. Can you guys help me? I wrote, what does Kansai do for the main character?
What's Kansai?
She's the girl with the booby window who tries to do a bunch of jokes and stuff.
That's in like episode 3.
No, she's mostly featured in episode 3, farting into getting YaniNeko to fart into the megaphone. But there's something, she's in episode 1, briefly, I think.
At the hazmat suit store.
Okay. I guess maybe that's it. I don't know. Episode 2, my first note is, I like this cigarette blushing.
Yeah, so she's out of cigarettes, and then the cigarette fairy comes, and she tries to suck on it. She's like, what? You're a giant...
It's very suggestive.
You're
It's
a giant
very
cigarette.
suggestive.
And And then it starts doing a nicotine receptor workout, and there's like these little claymation cigarettes, and there's like VHS lines. And
I
they're
liked
dancing.
the claymation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're doing like a traditional sounding Japanese song. I don't know what this is hearkening back to. I bet if I were Japanese, I'd find this so fucking funny.
Hmm. And then she tries to smoke it again, and it's like, hey, and she's like, well, you're waving your ass in front of me.
And it blushes. There's little blush pink lines.
And the landlord comes in and she's talking to herself because there's not really a cigarette fairy. This might be another scene, but she sees smoke outside. And it's a different cat girl neighbor.
And such begins the like deluge of new characters between this and season 3. They're just like, and another cat with a fucked up situation.
You mean episode 3?
What'd I say?
Season 3.
Oh, I'm on season 3 of this show. You guys didn't watch that many episodes?
Oh, no.
Oh, one thing I had a question about. In the intro, it keeps having like a number. I think it's like 3301.
There's a few numbers. I think it's the apartment numbers is what I saw someone say. And I guess the idea is that they're checking in like this is the person in 3301 shouting out their number or whatever. The lyrics, by the way, are namone just means there's nothing. It means there's nothing. And then it was like, one of the lyrics is like, we're jerking off.
Mm.
Beautiful.
It's just a song about sitting around doing fucking nothing.
So YaniNeko is her neighbor. She's a cat. She's
into harder stuff.
Yeah. So Yanni asks her, like, hey, can I get a cigarette off you? And YaniNeko is like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm all out of cigarettes. And Yanni's like, isn't that a cigarette? What you're smoking? And she's like, of course it is. So then
just tobacco.
So then Yanni convinces her to give it to her. She's like, well, remember that time that I gave you this and that? And then so she takes it and she starts smoking it. And she asks her again, I think. She's like, this tastes
awful. This is just a cigarette?
She's like, of course it is. And her answer is always, of course it is. And then they talk about, they keep talking, I don't know, whatever. And then,
well, wait.
I don't remember what the next time it is, but it's basically like she says something and then she asks like, this is a cigarette? Of course it is. This is a cigarette? Of course it is. It happens like a couple more times.
Well, I just like that after she does smoke it, Yaku's like, do you want to eat ice cream?
Yeah.
It's like, in case you really weren't sure, they're talking about weed.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's very taboo in Japan. So like the anime.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like the manga and anime are probably, like it's probably a little meta of them to not say that it's weed is probably because it's like, and Yaku is slang for recreational drugs, narcotics. So all of the names, I think they're nicknames technically. I think these characters have real names, but there's YaniNeko. Aruko is short for alcohol, like alcohol. Yaku, Kansai is just from fucking Kansai. Hame, I'm not sure about, but I bet I can figure it out.
Yeah, figure it out, Mark.
Okay, I'm on it. Beep, 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 beep.
And at one point, Yakuko does some fucking heroin, right?
It seems like it.
We see her shooting something up. So they go to her apartment. So Yanni shows up at her apartment and Yaku is shooting up something with a needle. They don't tell us what it is, but then Yaku is like, this is a vaccine.
But it's weird though because she
you don't give yourself a vaccine.
She like panically, I know it's a fucking cartoon, but she like panicked, like jumps up and like tells her, she's like, it's a vaccine. But I'm like, if that were really heroin, she wouldn't have the energy to like jump up and grab this. She'd be like, hey.
Maybe she's one of those people who's really acclimated to heroin, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Just one of those casual heroin users.
Yeah, so she's like, this is a vaccine. And Yanni's like, I didn't ask. And then I don't know how this happened, but then like Yaku starts to get kind of mad and is like, why are you asking so many questions? Are you a narc? And like she keeps like, are you this? Are you that? And then she like shakes Yanni a bunch and then her clothes completely rip off. And I think that's the end of that scene. And then there's like another scene about a palm reader. But did you find anything about whatever you were looking up?
Oh, Hame is it's slang for like inescapable situations or tricks in fighting games because she's addicted to games.
Okay.
That's her thing.
Oh, okay.
Did you notice that the the smokers have nice nails?
I did not notice that.
What's up with that?
I don't know. Probably fake.
Give them some dirty ass nails.
Yeah.
Oh, true. They probably are fake. Okay.
But maybe their feline qualities alter the way their fingernails are, you know?
Okay.
I don't think cats can smoke either.
Well,
Like, I don't think it's good for cats.
My sister's dog accidentally ate weed off the ground.
Oh
in
my
a
God.
park, and he was really fucked up.
weed?
It's not good.
In the park.
Oh, what was he doing?
What do you mean? What was he doing? Oh, like what happened? He was just really sick. Like he like
Oh,
couldn't really move.
that sucks.
Yeah, don't leave your weed in the park, people.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah. So another scene, I think it's Yanni and Yaku. They're talking and laughing, and they walk by a palm reader. At first they're like, it's too expensive.
Yeah, she wants $20.
Yeah. But then I think she says that I'll read your palm for 100 yen, which is a dollar. And if it's true, then you have to give me the 20 or something. So she reads her hands and she's like, ew, your hands are gross. They smell bad, whatever. And so she really just reads her. She's just like, you're a smoker. You can't afford your apartment. It's like a bunch of stuff that's like actually happening. You can't hold down a job. You'll die in 5 years from cancer or a fire. And it was just like too true. Cut to the bone. But they don't have money to pay her. I don't remember what she said about the other one, but it was also like,
she was like, do you do drugs? Have you ever been arrested?
Oh, right. She's like, do you do drugs? She's like, no. But like she has, like, and yeah, have you ever been arrested? And then I forget what the third question was, but like she also just kind of like clocks her basically on all like what she is, but they don't have enough money to pay her, not even 100 yen each. So they run away. They show what's in their pockets. It's like a couple of like coins and like acorns.
Yeah, one of them has acorns. I thought that was funny and stupid.
Just like lint.
It is funny and stupid. You're right.
Because it's like, I guess cats are dumb and they'll pick up random shit, but yeah.
Yeah, and then she's playing video games. I wrote down with Hemp Cat, but then I never see them call her Hemp Cat, so I guess she's not Hemp Cat.
Hemp is mentioned.
Yeah.
I don't remember why.
She's playing video games and she loses against a Zangief.
Yeah, they just, by the way, just drew over Street Fighter 6.
Yeah.
What do you
But he
mean?
was more bald than Zangief, I think.
The animations these characters are doing, Miles, are like frame for frame. It's Street Fighter 6.
Yeah.
So they like somehow just made
the
3D
same
models
poses.
use the exact
Oh, I thought it
same
actually
animation.
was, but it's not.
No. The models are all different and it looks shittier. It's kind of funny that they do it like that.
Well, I'm calling her Hemp Cat, but she beats up her fight stick and she's like, oh, I've been meaning to, she's like mad, but she's like, I've been meaning to tell you, don't smoke around my game system. And she gets really mad and she like yells at her. So that's that scene. It's just about playing playing video games.
This is not the piss scene.
No. And then another scene, her sister is walking with some friends and they see a dog.
A little yappy dog. And her friends are human.
Yeah.
By the way, I think her name is just Imoko, which is just like, it's probably a different pun, but I was like, Imoto means daughter. I was like, is she just daughter cat? But I'll look up why that's her name, Imoko.
And then I don't remember what happens. I think Yanni comes and is like, I don't know, chases the dog or something.
She's like excited to chase the dog and she just jumps out of a corner and pounces on it.
Yeah, and then her sister like doesn't want to see her
Oh,
anymore.
Imoto is little sister. I'm sorry.
Because she's embarrassing. Yeah, Imoto is little sister.
Right.
But you said it was Imoko.
Yeah, it's because they're all ko.
Okay.
Yeah, her little sister claims to not know because they're like, the humans are like, oh, we didn't know you had a sister. And she goes, I don't know this person.
Yeah. And then Hame Hemp Girl is a live streamer.
Yeah, her stream is great because she puts her voice like 3 octaves higher than it normally is.
Oh.
She does like a super high pitched cutesy voice.
And then she thinks she's pausing her stream, but she's not. And everybody sees her eat a crane fly.
Yes, one of the chatters says that crane fly had a family.
And then something happened and I didn't write it all down, but there's like 3 friends, 2 of them fight, and then one does like a vibrator attack with her foot. She just like shakes it on the other girl's pussy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like with her pants on, like they're clothed, but yeah, I don't know. It's like kind of gross. She makes her come and then she like jumps on her face and it's like she says it's salty and I don't know, they're fighting.
No. I think your order is a little
No, that's what happens.
Well, you said okay.
She says that's the taste of life.
You didn't switch pronouns or whatever. So you were like, she makes her come and then jumps on her face.
And then the other one, yeah.
You're missing that she pisses and it's just it's weird that the way you phrased it. I don't think she just makes her come. I think okay. So it's first, for some reason, Yakuko, I think, or is it Kansai? I think Yaku tells Yanni that Hame, the fighting game girl, had a nickname in high school of Toilet Fairy because she would just hang out on the toilet. Either she couldn't control her bladder or something, and she would eat her food in the toilet, and they would call her Toilet Fairy. And then Hame is like, she's like trying to move beyond it, and she like wants to be like an idol for her like streaming and social media career. So she's like, and I'm an idol. Idols don't pee. And that sort of annoys Yaku. So then she does like a foot vibrator attack, and she just like wiggles her foot into Hame's crotch. And then you briefly see her have a moment of euphoria. And then I think she pisses herself.
That's what, okay.
I think that's what that is.
I thought she just like squirted or something.
I guess depending on who you ask, it's not that different.
Yeah. Something gross happened.
I don't know what's in the squirt.
There's fluids.
Miles, do you know? What's it made of? Is it pee?
I do know. Yeah, I do.
You do?
No, I don't.
Oh, man. What did you went to medical school, right? That's what you did in South Jersey?
No, I went to piss school.
Oh.
So, okay, well, whatever. That happens. And then she jumps on her face.
Yeah, Hame is the she in this sentence.
And it's salty.
Hame jumps and she like puts her crotch into Yaku's face, and Yaku remarks that it is salty, which is disgusting.
Yeah.
It's a gross show, and sometimes the gross is funny, and sometimes I'm like, I don't like it. Stop it. No, don't throw up, please.
Right, when they throw up, it's rainbows, so that's at least cute.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I'd say cute. I think it's less gross.
Yeah, you're not seeing like actual throw up with actual throw up noises.
I don't want to think about it.
Okay. And then the next scene, Hame is trying to change her name to Hame Easygoing * Angel.
Yeah, because she thinks of herself as an idol, so she's trying to give herself a legal name that's like a goofy online idol name.
And I think she never had a last name. They
right.
say that.
The people at the office remark, and there was this. Chad mentioned that they talk about race a little bit. That when we glossed over that when Imoko is walking with her friends, they're like, "Hey, you're beast folk. You're a cat. Like you could be more cat-like, Like why not?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, I don't know."
I didn't think it was racism when I watched this, but I guess if the creators said it or the writers said it, then
they didn't.
I thought that's what Chad said.
Oh, I don't think so.
That there was like it was also like kind of a commentary on racism and stuff.
No, Chad was listening to a video, I think, that
okay.
put this forward. I will say that the stronger argument for this, and maybe there's more in the manga, but in episode 2 or 3 here, the way the people are like, oh yeah, where they're like, a lot of beast folk don't have last names. And then they were like, a lot of beast folk take on some pretty weird last names, which I don't think is the worst thing to say, but it's not very nice.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't want professionals to say like, oh, people from this country, they take weird American names when they move here. Even though that kind of is a thing. Some people from other countries, they pick American names and you're like, yeah, that's like a 40-year-old name. We don't really do that anymore. But you don't say it out loud. But
Sometimes
yeah, she wants
trans
to be...
people don't pick winners.
What's that?
Sometimes trans people pick weird names.
Yes.
I'll say it.
You can say it. Some of them really go for it, and I think that's fine. And I also think it's fine when people give their kids weird names, but I don't like the trendy weird names.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
what do you mean trendy? Like they're weird and they're popular?
Yes. Like the weird spellings of stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
like
yeah.
naming your kid Kaylee with 8 vowels.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
But if you want to name your kid Tourniquet, ending in
Tourniquet.
ETTE, Tourniquet,
I was listening actually to
do it.
I think NPR did like I forget what podcast it is, but it was like an episode about names, and the journalist who was kind of interviewing people and stuff, her name was John Quillen. It's like Jacqueline with John. But it was like apparently John Quill is a something. It's like a plant.
Yeah, some of this stuff is real.
And they added Lynn to it.
That's a lot. But yeah, I mean, people
But
have
also her dad's name is John.
people like make fun of, you've heard people like make fun of like black women's names.
Yeah.
And they like sometimes make them up. But like a bunch of those names are real. Like
Yeah.
they're like ancient, like old names like LaShonda and stuff like that. Like
It just became kind of trendy. The law.
Well, people
names
do make
became-
up their own. and
Yeah.
stuff, but like they're rooted in real names.
Yeah.
They weren't just putting law in front of shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes if you like a family that's making a person, they may stop and want to be conservative and worry about the kid being made fun of and stuff. But if you're like almost an adult, mostly an adult, and you get to pick your name,
Yeah.
you
that's
might
true.
get to look around and you're like, fuck it, I'm going to do something totally different.
But I know a lot of trans women named Zoe.
I don't.
Like a lot.
A lot? What's a lot, Jackie?
Like 4.
That is
That is a lot.
like
That's a lot, yeah.
like and that's like 50% of the trans women I know. You know what I mean?
Holy
like
shit.
I don't know if that's the right number, but you know, it's like out of the trans women I know, why are so many named Zoe? You know what I mean? It's like
I don't know. I have zero pattern to report on from the trans people I know. Except I might agree that there's a little more uniqueness.
Yeah.
Is that true? I don't know. It might be.
I think if you can pick your name, you might just want something a little different. Or
Yeah.
it's like either way, like you want something different to kind of stand out and like represent you, or you want to just blend in. So you pick like a normal name, like a common name no one would think twice about.
But yeah, that is not what Beast Folk Hameko does here. She wants her name to be Hameko Easygoing Angel, which I'm sure flows way better in Japanese, by the way. I think that's such a cumbersome ass name. But yeah, the asterisk there causes some consternation.
Right. So she submits the form, and then the people are like, the people who have to like then process the form are like, what's this? And they're like, I don't know. Oh, you're not supposed to put symbols on the form. And they're like, it looks like a butthole. And
Which is ridiculous. Nobody in a professional staff setting would be like, it's probably a anus. No one would do that.
yeah. So they're like, okay, so it's Hame easygoing butthole angel? No. And then they go with like anal angel. No, I think first they went with anus, and then they finally landed on anal, which is I think the classiest.
No, because I think Anaru...
It's like a medical. It's like more medical.
But no, Jackie, what I'm trying to tell you is I think Anaru in Japan, where it's like an English loanword, I think it just refers to anal sex. Like I think like in a medical, they'd use a Japanese word that means like, some kind of proctological reference. But I think when you write Anaru the way they do, it's literally like easygoing
anal sex
butt
angel.
Sex angel.
Wow.
She should be streaming on other sites. Am I right?
We never see her reaction to that though. And
Not yet.
They said it's harder to change a second time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, tough.
They really screwed her over.
Yeah. They should have just called her easygoing angel. In
real life, I think they would just
I think that's
call
what they would
her
do.
or just delete it.
Or just
it.
remove the asterisk.
Wow, if you look up anal sex in Wikipedia, it just straight up shows you a drawing of it happening.
Okay.
I'm doing this. I'm going to switch it now to Japanese and see if it's referenced.
I think or another alternative, you could call it like easygoing asterisk angel, like write out the word asterisk or write out the word star, like because it's kind of a star. Easygoing star angel. But yeah, you wouldn't make that up. You would either delete that symbol and just call her easygoing angel, or call her and be like, hey, your form is invalid. You need to submit a new form. We're not processing this. We're not changing your name.
Yes, I think those things would happen.
And that's the end of episode 2.
Beautiful.
Episode 3, she's at a park smoking, and people are like looking at her and stuff. And she's like, let me play with you guys. And then so she goes to play. I don't remember what they're playing. Are they playing soccer? What are they playing?
Yeah, they're playing soccer.
Okay. And so she wants to play with them. And her boobs make every guy nervous and they can't focus.
Well, they're all kids, I think.
Most of them
Right?
are kids. I think there might be like one adult.
The landlord is there doing some sort of like volunteer work.
I don't think she
Cleaning
wears
the
a bra.
No, she does not wear a
So
bra.
that's, I think,
don't
part
think
of
she
it.
does.
So they're just bouncing around. And she gets out of breath. And they say it's because of the smoking. Like she smokes so much that she can't play. Like she can't play even for a
they
little
say
bit.
it's only been 2 minutes.
And then some cops come and they yell at her because she can't smoke in a park, which I guess, is that a thing? I guess in Japan.
I think it is, yeah.
I guess in Japan you can't smoke in a park because you can smoke in parks in the
I
US.
don't know if that's true.
I don't think you're supposed to. I think there
Oh,
are
really?
many parks where you can't smoke.
Probably.
Oh, yeah, I guess if there's kids around and stuff.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
really regulate where smokers can smoke because I thought that just like anywhere outside that they could smoke, but I guess not.
Nope.
There's still some like there's still bars where you could smoke. In
Oh,
the
really?
world. Yeah, in America.
Mm.
We tried to go in one like 2 weeks ago. We were trying to find somewhere to go with our kid, and I walked in, and there were tons of people smoking. I was like, "Not this place."
Yeah, when we were in McDonald's in Japan, in Tokyo, there was the only place that had seats was a smoking section. There was a sliding glass door that let you
Oh
in.
yeah, that was crazy. That was like the first time, like since I was a kid, because I remember there were smoking sections in restaurants and hotels when I was a kid,
I
and
think
now they
when
don't
we were
have
in high
that
school.
anymore.
Like our there were diners where you could smoke.
Yeah, and so kids would go there and they figured out that the cheapest thing on the menu was toast because it was 90 cents and you had to buy something. So if you were just hanging out with friends and you weren't eating, but you just were going to go smoke with friends, then they would bring $1 and you'd buy 90-cent toast and just smoke.
Those poor waitresses.
That's so silly.
Miles, are you familiar with Harris Whittle's Foam Corner?
Yeah.
I love that he has that joke where he's like, normally I avoid the smoking section unless I'm watching the movie The Mask. Then the smoking
brother.
section is my favorite part.
Yeah, pretty good.
Something to that effect. I love that.
R.I.P. Harris Whittles.
Yeah, rest in peace.
It's crazy that there used to be smoking sections of restaurants and hotels.
And airplanes. You could smoke on fucking airplanes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I think that was before our time, really.
Yeah, I don't remember that, but I didn't go on airplanes that much as a kid.
And there was a whole movie. Isn't there like, wasn't it The Insider is a movie about like a guy who works for the tobacco industry, like telling someone who worked for 60 Minutes that like cigarettes are bad for you. And there's like a cover up. Isn't that like not that long
People
ago?
used to smoke while pregnant and stuff. They didn't know how bad it was.
Yeah, well, that's because they wanted a really old looking baby to come out.
Ugh, it's really bad. Anyway, these are all sad things we don't have to keep talking about.
Well, it
That's
makes
the
me
thing.
want
If
to
it weren't
see
for
The
these
Insider again.
gags, this would be a sad show.
Yeah. What'd you say, Mark?
I don't know. We got to watch The Insider. I haven't seen it in a long time.
So she's smoking on a balcony and she lets the ashes fall on her landlord now, or she drops them on her landlord, and then she drops trash on his head and she spits on his head. And
It's
it
not
stinks.
nice.
Yeah, not nice. And it stinks. And he says that it smells like coffee, cigarettes, and old feet. He comes to her room and like yells at her. She puts a nicotine pouch on his head, on the back of his head.
Yeah, this was fucked up.
And then she reads the instructions and it says that it's for cats only. It may cause death in humans.
Mm-hmm.
He starts turning purple.
Yeah. And so then she pulls down her pants and farts on him farts in his face to knock him out. And then she drags him outside and she takes the
Oh, is that why? I thought she
Stickers.
just farted in his face just for the fuck of it.
no, she that was her knockout gas. And so she drags him outside and then takes the nicotine patches off his head. So that's that scene. And then later she's gardening and he's behind her and he's yelling at her about rent. And he takes her cigarettes, I believe. And she is like she eats some horsetails. I don't know what that is. It looks like sticks.
Yeah, there's some kind of plant. I guess maybe cats really eat them.
Yeah. And so he leaves and he's like, oh, I'll buy her some food and then she can have that after she's done with the garden. And then he comes back and she's like eating the garden. Like she's eating the cabbages.
She has a big tummy.
Yeah. And he
This
sprays
landlord
soda.
is too nice to her.
Yeah. And she's really mean to him for no reason.
Yeah,
And he sprays soda in her eyes. So that's not that nice.
true.
And then he gets mad thinking about her, but then he's horny. And her walls are gray and tar-y. So she pulls down a poster that's been there since before she moved
I kept
in.
wondering if there was significance to the poster, but then she's just like, no, it's just there.
Yeah, and there's like
I didn't put this here.
strange talismans or something on the wall behind
Yeah.
the poster. So she goes to the landlord to complain, and he just like kind of gets her to leave, but he was fucking a blow-up doll.
Yeah, he has
And he's like, that was a
right.
close one. That was a close one. She almost caught me because he was like thinking about her and he was horny, and so he just fucked the blow-up doll.
He has like a dog beast folk style doll, and someone on Reddit mentioned that in the comic it's even more doggy like. And I saw a picture. And
It does look like a dog. Yeah, right.
it's more doggy.
I wrote up, sorry, I thought this was a typo, but now that I remember, yes, it was a dog. I wrote down he's fucking his blow up dog instead of doll.
Yeah, no, it's a blow up dog doll.
That is what it is. And then she says to I don't know who that she is for sure going to quit this time, but then she lights up another cigarette.
Womp.
Yeah. The brunette girl tries to make a joke. She's the Western one. What's her name?
Kansai.
Kansai.
Yeah, I don't get how this, like, there's a scene where she keeps trying to make jokes with her, but then, like, I guess we're supposed to understand how it ends, but Yanni just sort of is, like, patty caking her.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe that was episode 2. I'm confused. I don't know.
They have this nose collar. I don't know where it came from, but she puts it on to try to make her laugh, try to make Yanni laugh.
Yeah, the nose hooks.
Yeah.
It's a BDSM thing.
Yeah.
It's in some Japanese porn. I don't like it.
Okay.
Just to tell you, I've seen it pop up in porn, and I do not fuck with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it makes you look like a little piggy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Who wants
that's
to
not
see
what
that?
you want.
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
And then she has this like gag that she tries to do. She has like a lot in succession, and she's like, da 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 da. Wait, that's this. Like, wait,
Yeah,
that's Chase.
everything rhymes with everything
East.
rhymes or sounds like cheese.
Yeah. Wait, that's Twin Peaks. Wait,
Yeah.
that's Double Piece. Yeah. She smacks a cigarette from Yanni's mouth, and then Yanni starts hitting her. And it ends.
That was like just weird. She like gently like kind of like swipes at her, paws at her. I don't really get it.
Mm-hmm. And then we meet the alcoholic cat, redhead.
Oh
cat.
yeah, I really stopped taking notes. Damn.
Redhead cat with long hair.
She's like the saddest one to me.
I think Yanni's the saddest.
Oh.
But she has like a whiskey and water recipe, and you add, I think, lemon. And it's sours. You add sours.
Sugary syrup is what she adds.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Someone, a Japanese person
Syrup.
on Reddit said that like whiskey and water is a popular thing in Japan, but they don't add sugary syrup.
Mm.
And she kind of sloppily throws this together.
Yeah.
And it's a funny thing to do. This I did notice that she's like, the taste of alcohol is the bonus to its effect. But it's like, why are you dumping in all this other garbage? Like
Yeah.
you clearly don't love the taste of alcohol. And I think she's having whiskey that comes in like a plastic fucking jug. Like it doesn't even come in glass.
Tasty.
Yummy.
Yeah. Then they go to sleep. I guess they're having a sleepover, and
Yeah, sure.
and the alcoholic is drinking alcohol through a straw while sleeping. Like it's just like she just has a straw in her mouth, and then she throws up
On YaniNeko.
on YaniNeko, and then the Kansai girl comes and sees her puke. It's like a rainbow, and so she puts her on her side because she's a good friend.
Because she can't breathe. Yeah.
She's like choking. She starts choking.
It's nasty.
Lifesaver.
Yeah, and Yanni has puke all over her face.
And this is almost like a PSA too, because Kansai, she just does it very casually, which people pointed out that it's like, how often does this happen? Because Kansai is just like, oh, because it adds up to a punchline because Kansai's like, I felt like I was like on the verge of death there. She's telling her little anecdote and she's like, oh, but not as close to the edge of death as you. But then she just goes recovery position and puts her on the side. It almost felt like that was telling young people, like, if your friend's been drinking, put them on their side, which is good advice.
It's true.
Yeah. I guess alcohol, of all these things, alcohol's the one thing that can like kill you immediately.
No. One girl's shooting heroin.
Okay, that's true.
True.
But like a cigarette slowly kill you.
Alcohol also, you have to really
alcohol,
load up on alcohol.
If you drink a lot of alcohol in one night, though, you could end up like choking on it and dying or overdosing or whatever. I guess on anything you can overdose, but you can't overdose on cigarettes.
I think you can overdose on anything, but there's just like...
Yeah, I guess you can overdose on water and stuff.
Yeah, like, well, she puts like a bunch of nicotine patches on herself at one point, and she's probably overdosing nicotine. But they have different effects. Like overdosing on some drugs is not as fatal as others.
Yeah.
Some, it's like you really would have to try to overdose. Everything in moderation, I believe Aristotle said.
Yeah.
But I would have asked Aristotle, like, you don't mean heroin, right? How do you moderate heroin?
Well, everything in moderation doesn't mean you have to try everything, you know?
Yeah. Some stuff in moderation. Some stuff.
And some stuff not at all. Yeah.
It's a longer quote.
Was it really Aristotle who said that about moderation?
I believe it was Aristotle.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. And then this last one is about... Is this the last one?
I thought we just did it.
No, one of the last ones is about the fart microphone. They're in like a truck.
This episode was making me laugh. The way she's pouring all this shit on his head and then fucking farting into a microphone is always funny.
I'm just imagining you laughing your little butt off.
I was trying to hide it because I was like, Jackie knows that I might find this funny, but I was like ashamed of how hard I was laughing.
It's so stupid.
Okay, and the last scene is somehow Yanni is stuck in a wall, and this is like the most like a porn scene because this is a stupid premise in porn where someone is like stuck in a hole, and you're like, I guess I'm gonna have to fuck them out of it and to loosen them from wherever they're stuck. And that's kind of what she does. She like tries to pull her out and then kind of push her out, and then she's just kind of humping her.
Well, I love that. I think it's because YaniNeko
with clothes on.
YaniNeko saw a cigarette through the hole. I think that like they revealed that she was reaching for it. But then at one point when she's trying to be yanked out, YaniNeko goes, just leave me here. She says, just come by every now and then with food, which is good.
Yeah. And then people are just watching her like dry hump, watching, what's her name? Who was it?
I think it's Kansai.
Watching Kansai dry hump Yanni, and there's just like men blushing. And that's it. That's the show we watched.
Horrible show.
Pretty crazy. I like it.
So depraved.
I think I like plot. I feel like there's not really a plot in this show yet, so I don't think I like it. And I don't. Do you think
there will be? Like, will there be an arc where she gets better after a while?
I don't know.
I feel like that would make it interesting to me, is if she's like trying to stop or something.
I'm curious about reading the manga to see.
The humor is also just not for me. It's like too gross. Kind of stupid. Lots of boners and farts and shit.
The boners are funny. The farts are funny. The shitting and puking, I do not like. The spitting, like I do not like.
You're too classy for that.
Yeah. I put one pinky up when I'm farting in public, you know? But yeah, I kind of just want to understand, because I do like shows that lean a lot into Japanese culture and humor. I think it's just interesting when you start to look up, when you find someone who can explain to you what the joke is or why it's like funny or considered taboo or whatever. So I enjoy that aspect of this. But yeah, I think it's funny and disgusting.
It is funny and disgusting. And I do think it's nice to put a lens on addiction and poverty.
Yes.
I guess.
It'd be funny to see your date too. Like, imagine how that would go.
Mm.
I don't want to.
Like, either way, it'd be funny if she dated an enabler, a mutual enabler. It'd be funny.
Everyone
if she dated
in her life is an enabler, and she is an enabler.
Well, no, her sister's like holding her at arm's length and being like,
that's true.
There's a thing that I just happen to know enough Japanese for where she gets a text from her sister. Like her sister, I think, is expecting a text at the apartment. And then instead, Yanni sends her a picture of a bunch of cigarettes arranged to look like a poop. And Yanni just says in Japanese, unchi, LOL. Like she just sends like poop, LOL. And then her sister writes back, die. Like fairly politely command. Shinde, die. But yeah, what do you guys think about watching Ghost in the Shell next week? I think there will be 3 episodes out.
I would be down.
You want to keep watching this?
Jackie, you were not listening.
No, I wasn't listening.
I said,
I'm tired.
Here's what I said. What do you guys think about watching Ghost in the Shell next week?
Oh, that's fine.
And you said, you want to keep watching this?
That's fine. I'll watch.
We won't have 3 more episodes of this by next week anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. Jackie, did you say we'll watch Gross in the Shell? Because you just combined the 2 concepts.
We'll watch Gross in the Shell.
Yeah, this was Gross in the Shell. I want to use that as an episode name, but it'd be too confusing, I think. Yeah, there's 3 episodes out of Ghost in the Shell. It's on Amazon Prime. We can watch it. Hopefully there's just as many farts.
I hope so. Robot farts.
Yeah, I want the Tachikomas to be farting and then cutely feeling embarrassed. If you want to follow us on social media, please do it. We are JJBPod on Threads and Blue Sky. You can join our Discord. There's a few people in there. The Discord was started by listeners. I promise you, people besides you do listen to this. There's a link to join the Discord in the description of this podcast episode. And if you have long thoughts, want to explain cultural nuances, you can write to JoJo's bizarrepod@gmail.com. Tell us if you have a really unique name. Say, I'm the most unique named listener of the podcast, if you want.
Nah, then you dox yourself.
Okay, everyone else on this podcast is shaking their heads. Never mind. Anyway, we'll talk to you later. And remember, don't smoke, even if it's funny or cool looking.
Good advice.
I don't know. Look into it and then...
What?
Well, if you look into it, you'll find out that there's really not a good reason to smoke.
Yeah.
There's like no... I mean, you just get addicted.
Check it out for sure.
You just get addicted to it.
I still haven't done it. I don't really want to. I remember one of the best endorsements was a friend of mine tried smoking, and he was like, it felt like no matter how much I brushed my teeth, I couldn't get it out of my mouth.
Man.
Is what he said.
Oh,
he went home and like brushed his teeth.
You would love it.
Yeah, maybe cigarettes technology has like leveled up over the last 20-something years.
You would love it.
All right. I'll report back.
No.
Anyway, that's a joke. Good night. Let's get out of here.
Bye.
Bye.
Fucking 11 o'clock.
Oh, wow.